Among the planets of the solar system, there is one that stands out among the usual celestial bodies: Saturn. A ringed gas giant whose stone hoops are visible even from Earth. Although the distance between us and the misty giant is 1.2 billion kilometers.
Subscribe.
The huge planet surprises not only with its rings. Despite its monstrous size, its density is less than that of water, which allows scientists to speculate on a colorful example of Saturn floating in a titanic pool. At one of the poles of the celestial body, a strange polygon hurricane is raging, the origin and shape of which causes a lot of controversy. This and much more has long required more detailed study. Consequently, in 1997, an expedition was equipped, the result of which later shed light on many secrets of the distant planet. The automatic Cassini interplanetary station, with the Huygens probe on board, reached its destination by 2004. The device was literally stuffed with research equipment. Among other things, Cassini was equipped with several types of spectrometers, a magnetic sphere camera, a magnetometer, and radars. In addition, the board was equipped with several types of computers and a nuclear thermoelectric generator, since the considerable distance of the planet from the Sun did not allow the probe to use the star's light as an energy source. How was the Cassini flight done? By stages. First, it accelerated with the help of Venus, and did it twice, in 1998 and 1999. Then the space probe passed around the Earth at a speed of 19 kilometers per second and left the near limits, going to Jupiter and Saturn. Arriving at the site, Cassini became the first artificial satellite of the planet, and the mission lasted a long 20 years, ending in September 2017. What did the device see and transmit during this time? Surprisingly, not in 1982, when work on the device began, nor during its launch from Cape Canaveral in 1997, nor even after Cassini turned into a satellite in 2004, no one suspected that the mission would last so long. It was originally planned that the space probe would stay near Saturn until 2008. But the probe exceeded the wildest expectations. Moreover, the decision to complete the project was made to a banal lack of fuel. Almost everything we know about the planet now is thanks to Cassini. The first thing the device did was confirm one of the theories of general relativity. The results were signal delay and frequency shift when the probe was on the other side of the Sun. What other interesting details did the legendary space probe see? Spokes in the rings. For the first time since this phenomenon was reported by the Voyager probe, Cassini fully confirmed the information. The spokes look like ghostly lines perpendicular to the layers of the rings. According to the laws of celestial mechanics, formations consisting of tiny particles of dust should have quickly collapsed, but the spokes still exist. Perhaps they're related to the planet's powerful magnetic field. It seems that some heavy object located on the planet provokes the appearance of these transverse lines, but there can be no mountains on Saturn because there's no solid surface on the celestial body. So the question remains open. The storm on the giant. The next phenomenon that has been closely studied is the infernal storm raging at the North Pole of Saturn. Its appearance as a giant hexagon, regular in shape with a diameter of 25,000 kilometers, is inexplicable. The device transmitted information about the characteristics of the storm to Earth. It goes 100 kilometers deep into the planet, and the winds here are blowing up to 1,500 kilometers per hour. Interest in this structure has intensified after Cassini gave its image. Although before that, the Voyager also noticed an unusual hurricane. The equipment of the end of the 20th century did not allow it to demonstrate the vortex in sufficient resolution, so it was possible to fully consider it only now. It's noteworthy that the storm walls are perfectly smooth. In 2012, Even better images of a stable structure raging at the pole of Saturn were obtained. The image was taken from a distance of 2.2 million kilometers. The nuances of the rotation. Before the advent of Cassini in orbit around Saturn, the length of the day on the planet was known only approximately. But the space probe found out everything for sure. Now we know that the Saturnian day lasts 10 hours, 45 minutes, and 45 seconds. This is 6 minutes longer than previously thought. Epic auroras. A phenomenon of this magnitude was first recorded in the solar system. Auroras encircle the poles of a huge planet and are dazzling, continuous ovals. Cassini also found out a remarkable fact. The greater the pressure of the solar wind, the more distinct the neon rings are. Saturnian lightning. In addition to the auroras, Cassini recorded very powerful lightning discharges on Saturn. They were especially well observed during storms, because in addition to the hexagons of the giant's turbulent atmosphere, hurricanes occur everywhere. One, for example, resembles the trickle of cigarette smoke from a distance. Cassini also found a short-term storm near the equator of Saturn. It was a funnel of planetary scale with a diameter of 5,000 kilometers. A myriad of rings. One of Cassini's tasks was to study the mysterious hoops on the distant planet that have stirred the minds of scientists since Galileo. It was finally found out that Saturn's rings are a symbiosis of several heterogeneous formations consisting of ice, rock, and dust particles. At the moment, the photos of Saturn's rings provided by Cassini from various angles are the most detailed available. This is a shot showing the ring structure from a 1.8 million kilometer distance. You can clearly see their color heterogeneity and density differences. And in this image you can notice that Saturn's rings are wavy. Of course, the presented information doesn't fully explain the nature of the phenomenon, but it sheds light on the external types of ring formations filling. The mission was also accompanied by an interesting find. Cassini has discovered another ring that is farthest from the planet. The Phobos ring, with about a 13 million kilometer diameter, was discovered by Cassini in 2009. Saturn is a planet that holds many secrets, but thanks to Cassini, many of them are now partially solved. This is how the orbiter saw the planet on January 2, 2010, using a narrow-angle camera from a distance of 2.8 million kilometers. At the time of the shooting, the probe had about 7 years to live. The probe's end was clearly planned, although the device could have died at the beginning of the mission, when it flew between the rings of the huge planet. From Earth, they look smooth, but in fact, if one of the fragments of the size of a house would crash into Cassini, rushing at a speed of 110 kilometers, then the mission worth $3.4 billion would have ended in a second. Fortunately, the probe was destined to work as an artificial satellite for much longer. The final event happened in 2017. Cassini flew between the planet's inner ring 22 times before sinking forever into Saturn's deadly atmosphere, providing unique images. What was the last photo of the hard-working kamikaze probe? What did Cassini see before plunging into the abyss? Before complete loss of its signal, which occurred at 14:55 on December 15, 2017, the device captured this. Thus ended one of the most significant missions in the history of space exploration. But we hope that it won't be the last because the point hasn't yet been set. But most importantly, thanks to an expensive mission, humanity has learned more about the world surrounding the Earth, admired the northern lights at Saturn's pole, and found out more about its rings. If you're inspired by stories about distant planets, come back to our channel. We have a lot of interesting things ahead. If you want us to continue, then let's collect 5,000 thumbs up on this video. And we'll release a new awesome video immediately. So don't miss the chance. Click on the thumbs up under this video and the universe will definitely reward you.